Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do kind of a soul bearing video about how infertility actually feels. After my first video about my early menopause, I got contacted by so many people through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email, writing comments, through YouTube itself. I was really quite overwhelmed. I didn't actually think it was going to get viewed that much in the first week. I kind of shared it on a few of the Facebook groups about POF and the Daisy Network page, and they shared it for me as well, and that was really useful. It was good hearing other people's stories, and I was getting a lot of thank yous and people saying they felt how I did, but it made me realise that I said a little bit, but I didn't really get deep into how it really feels. And the fact that that video helped people kind of not feel alone, I feel like I should go a little bit further as to how I really feel, and it's not good. I wanted to be really positive in the videos and try and make people feel more positive, but it's not positive, is it? It's crap. It's awful. And I'm slowly realising that I do want to uplift people, but maybe me being real is how I need to do it. I think feeling that you're not alone in how you feel about infertility is maybe a way to make it more positive, if that makes sense. I was having people message me that felt exactly the same as I did, and I don't think it matters what age it happened to you or what your infertility is. It might not be POF, it may be something else, polycystic ovaries, endometriosis. It might be something completely different. You might be able to use your own eggs. I don't think it matters how it is. I think it sucks however it is. So, as you know, if you've watched me the video, I was very young. I started guessing around the age of 11 that something wasn't right and I wouldn't be able to have children, and it was officially diagnosed when I was 13. So as a teenager, my mind was elsewhere, and as I mentioned before, teaching girls that age now at my dance school, I can sometimes feel a little bit jealous of them, and I adore them. I get on so well with everyone I teach, and I often think they're just thinking about makeup and boys and what new clothes to wear, and I was thinking about, I'm not going to be able to have children. I need to think carefully about what I'm going to do so I've got money to have children. And yeah, my mindset was completely different. And I know there's a few of you that are young, or your mums are on the forums, and it's hard, and I wish I could say be positive, but I think by them knowing that they're not alone, and there's so many of us that went through it in our teens, it's getting more and more common now. I think point them to people or articles or things like the Daisy Network where people can get in touch. You can ring people and talk to them. I'm happy to talk to any teenager because it is very lonely, and my biggest thing was I felt alone. I could deal with most of it, but feeling like I was different was the hardest thing. I think infertility, people that haven't been through it just think, oh, that's really bad, you can't have kids. It's so much more than that. It impacts your whole life, your whole perception on life and yourself. My self-esteem is shocking, and the way I think people think about me is shocking, which has got me into so many bad relationships because I assume somebody's got an issue with me and I get sensitive, and it just is that vicious circle. I know that most people feel this way with infertility, that you've done something wrong. You're not good enough to have kids. You're a bad person, you're this, that and the other, and that does impact on the rest of your life and how you feel about yourself, and it's just really crap. And it's quite a lonely place. So I kind of just wanted to do this so you could see you're not alone, And if you're like me, you can be good for a few months. I mean, I still think about it every day, but it can get pretty crap. And I don't think we get treated the best medically. I haven't. And more has come apparent. Again, I mentioned that I went to a specialist not so long ago because I was worried about my bones and my estrogen, because my new doctor was worried about my estrogen, and they said it was all fine and she wasn't going to change me, she shouldn't do any tests, but she assured me it was fine. And I got told the other day that my womb is really small and my lining is really small, and it's a problem. And if I was on higher HRT, it probably wouldn't have been so much of an issue. They're indicating that my womb stopped growing a long time ago, probably when I was around 13. Your lining should be 8 to 10 millimeters thick, and mine's only 2.8 millimeters thick, and my womb is small, so if I am lucky enough to have a successful treatment, I have more risk of miscarriage. So at the moment I'm just feeling pretty shit, because I thought it could get any worse and it turns out it can. But a lot of people around me just assume, because I've always known it's okay and I can deal with it, but it doesn't. The way you feel is crap, and it's that horrible feeling when someone that you really care about tells you that they're pregnant, and you are really happy for them, but at the same time it hurts a lot. And I'm better these days. I've had to, because I work teaching women, so I get really friendly with women and they all, you know, get pregnant eventually, and I am generally happy. But if I'm having an off day, I can go home and cry, or just feel crap, especially if it's happened by accident or they've tried and it's happened for a week. It can feel pretty bad, and then you feel bad for feeling sad and making it about yourself. And I think a lot of people feel that way, that have gone through something like this, or even just had trouble conceiving. It's took them longer than they thought. So that's that. It's a bit of a weird video, but I just kind of wanted to put it out there. And even if it just helps one person or one teenager just feel like they're not alone. My biggest thing to mums that their daughters have just been diagnosed, just push for every test going. Don't let them tell you that this is fine. I got told so many times, come back in 15 years time when you're thinking about children, you'll be fine. Don't do it. Be pushy. See what eggs there are left. And I know it's such a big thing to think about, but I wish someone would have suggested it, because you might be able to harvest their eggs, which just gives them a little bit more hope, because they're not going to have to go around the donor route. And also, if you're going to have to pay, like myself, because you live in the wrong postcode or you're in a different country where you don't have NHS, donor eggs cost a lot more on top of the IVF. It's another £3,500 on average, depending on if you have a shared or exclusive donor. So push for the test. Bone density scans, I had trouble getting those. Just all of it, just push. Feel free to message me. I can tell you what things have come up and what haven't. And yes, it's going to be sucky for them, I'm not going to lie to you, but I think talking to other people, getting involved in charities, and them knowing that they aren't alone in this is going to help so much. And again, I am there for anyone that wants to chat, and I'll be a lot more positive than I have today, but I'll be real. But I will help as much as I can, fill in the blanks, the information and things like that. I hope this video has, I don't know, I don't feel like it's helped anybody. I feel like I've just felt a bit self-pity-ish, but either way, I'm gonna keep doing some videos. I've got a few more lined up of what I think will be useful for people, and if, as and when we look at IVF, I will be keeping everyone updated about what happens when and what to expect. I just wish there was more out there when I was younger, and there's still things I'm searching for that I can't find. So as if and as I find them out, I'm going to try and fill it in. But thank you for watching, and look after yourselves. Bye.